Well, the Mariners' latest road fest completed today here in Cincinnati. They have the most road wins in Major League Baseball. Isn't that something? They're playing some fabulous baseball. And today looking for the sweep against the Cincinnati Reds here at the Great American Ballpark in Cincinnati, Ohio. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, Root Sports Crew with you. Let's take a look at the Mariner batting order for today.
With Marte going on the disabled list, a couple of changes. Leonys Martin is going to lead things off. He has been a hot hitter. You can see a 5-game hitting streak, and he's homered in 3 of the last 4. Aoki will move down to hitting second in the lineup. Robinson Cano, a .417 hitter with a home run against Simon in his career. And over the last 22 games, Kyle Seager has also been hot hitting at a .375 clip. We'll take a look at these numbers for Alfredo Simon. 10.34 ERA, and opponents hitting .366 against him. Left-handers hitting .400. Highest single-season ERA since 1977. You can see Jim Deshaies back in 1994, a 7.39 ERA. Single highest season opponents batting average since '77. Livan Hernandez in 2008 had a .342 clip, so he has really struggled.
Did you do a double check or a double take when you saw those numbers? I know I did earlier.
I had to, and I understand that in his last outing he ended up giving up 10 earned runs, but that's a lot.
First pitch of the ball game to Martin for strike. Lovely 74 degrees here. First pitch 110 time. Martin is really swinging a bat. Picked it up. He's got 8 home runs with the Mariners in 40 games. He had 20 home runs in 468 games with Texas. Already matches season best. And using a Nelson Cruz bat, he said, I got to stay short and compact with a heavier bat. Drives this one to center field. Here comes Billy Hamilton in a step or two to make the catch.
And we'll take a look at the defense. Jay Bruce back in right field. He was a late scratch in yesterday's game, but back in the starting lineup in right field. Cozart, same thing, getting the day off, but he'll be back at shortstop. And Ramon Cabrera, the catcher, he'll get his first start of the series. The defense brought to you by American Family Insurance.
Here's Nori Aoki batting in a 2-hole. Third baseman Suarez in on the grass.
For Simon, fastball, split, use a cutter, an occasional curveball for him.
First time Nori's batted in a position other than leadoff. Sent to center field. That'll be a base hit.
And we'll take a closer look at Simon. Mentioned his fastball. You can see the average fastball 93 miles an hour, but opponents hitting .370 against his fastball. Look at the cutter at .286. Curveball .385. Just a lot of really good numbers for the Mariners to look at today as they come into this one. And again, in his last outing, giving up 10 earned runs, so I'm sure his confidence is pretty low.
Walk us through this as you go through your scouting report, the hitters meeting, and you see those numbers. I mean, what's going through your mind there?
Well, I think especially if you're a left-handed hitter, because they've really hurt him. Lefties hitting .400 off of him. I think the main thing for me is I look at those numbers, the batting average numbers, and then you look at the slugging numbers, give you a better idea, and they are not good either against him. So basically what he's doing is, I would say, his off-speed pitches are probably up in the zone, and you're able to take advantage of that. And he's probably falling behind in a lot of counts, and you're taking advantage of the fastball in the 2-0, 3-1, 3-2 counts.
Just moved the third baseman over to the right side in a shift against Cano. Decent lead for Nori. And dribbled foul by Robinson Cano. 0-2. Robbie reaching base yesterday, a couple of walks. Hit twice the night before. And there's the shift. Take advantage of the wonderful shots from DirecTV blimp. Pleasure to see the sunshine after that 45-minute rain delay we had in the first game.
Overcast most of yesterday. Beautiful day today.
Cano trying to reach base safely in his 21st game. Big part of the Mariners' success to this point.
Well, he has the right guy out there to do that, Dave. Again, he's hitting .417 with a home run off of Simon.
.37 runs batted in for Robbie. Top of the American League. Norrie back. Norrie's 2 out of 8. He's been caught more than anybody's trying to steal. That's in the major leagues. 37 ribbies for Robbie. Leads in the bigs. 1-2 pitch here. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Miss with the split. When Simon gets 2 strikes on a hitter, he'll typically throw his fastball, splitter combination. Occasionally he'll use his curveball, but not very often.
Robbie looking for his first hit of the series. Got hit himself twice Friday night. Norrie breaks and then holds, and here's Votto. And Simon gets over it and then dropped it, so Cano's safe. He was there in time, just couldn't hold on.
Good throw by Votto. Easy play for shortstop, and he just dropped it. You're right. Hit him right. Looked like hit him right in the heel of his glove as he was covering. Normally you wouldn't think too much of it. 2 outs, a runner at first, but you have Nelson Cruz heading up to the plate, and he can hit one out of the ballpark at any time.
Well, in terms of wow moment, he was the clubhouse leader until yesterday.
Yeah, you're right.
If you missed it Friday, he had just a master shot.
421 feet.
And Goody topped it yesterday. Match this. 473, second longest in the bigs after Stanton. That's where he hit it.
Now you can see the walkway. He hit it right up over the walkway.
Here's Friday against Jimbo Diaz. Sounded good, looked better. That is some kind of shot. 1-1 here. You got to describe the euphoria of hitting one that good, because Goody yesterday said it was so good he didn't even feel it, you know, off the bat. I mean, he got such a sweet spot.
Yeah, he said that it was only the second time in his career that he's had that feeling. He said the other one was in the minor leagues, but he absolutely did not feel it come off the bat at all.
I mean, that satisfaction's got to be unbelievable, and it's, you know, he gave it a good look at it, as well he should have, or where he hit it. There's Goody. Second home run of the season. First one was against Tampa Bay on May 10th, back home in Seattle. Good count here for Cruz. 3-1.
And speaking of Cruz, it makes me think about the home run that he hit in Oakland, dead center.
You can only laugh. They were so good.
Well, just because Franklin, if that is 473, and I believe that it is, then they shortchanged Nelson on the home run he hit in Oakland.
Couldn't agree more. If you wanted to put a 5 in there, I could lead with a 5. I'm good. Runner goes, fouled off. But I mean, the rush you have going around the bases has got to be unbelievable.
No, the best part is right when you touch it off.
Okay.
Because then you know that everything came together perfectly. That's the best part.
Okay. Get back in the dugout. Yeah, had it all the way.
Well, he did.
3-2. Cano takes off, and ball 4. Simone has had all kinds of problems. Look at this. You addressed this earlier.
Slugging numbers against Simone. Fastball 644. How about the curveball at 769? His cutter at 571, and then the splitter. That is supposed to be his out pitch. It's been getting hurt this year at a 543 clip.
You wonder. Lack of achievement. They got to run somebody out there, and he was elected.
Hot hitter for the Mariners, Kyle Seager.
And with the success the Mariners have had these last two games, Mike, this one jumps out at you. 2 for 22 runners in scoring position, 17 men left, and they've still produced 12 runs in 2 games. High pop. Short right field. Brandon Phillips faked me out as Jay Bruce made the catch. Nothing across from the Mariners. Strand 2. Reds coming to bat. For the sweep against Cincinnati Reds, and aerial coverage brought to you by DirecTV. If you call yourself a sports fan, you got to get DirecTV. Call 1-800-DirecTV. Take a look at the Reds lineup that will face Wade Miley.
Zach Cozart going to lead things off. Had yesterday out back in the lineup. Zach 8th in the National League and hitting at a .326 clip. Joey Votto 0 for 7 in this series. Has left 7 runners on. Had the bases loaded a couple of times yesterday. Was not able to get a hit. Jay Bruce back in the lineup. He leads the club with 27 RBIs. And Suarez also leads the club with 9 home runs.
Wade Miley's won his last 2 starts at Baltimore and home against Tampa Bay. Had a no decision at Houston where he had a 3-2 lead when he left.
4.32 ERA, 4-2 record overall in 50 innings. He has 35 strikeouts, 12 walks. Opponents hitting .255 against Wade.
He will get it and throw it, get it and throw it. He likes to get a good quick rhythm going. Well struck left field. Played off the fence by Aoki. And a leadoff double for Zach Cozart, his 13th 2-base hit of the season.
Take a look at the defensive setup brought to you by American Family Insurance. You have Aoki in left field. Had yesterday out back in the lineup. Good to see him back in the lineup today. Sean O'Malley going to start at shortstop today. Again, Marte on the disabled list. Adam Lynn will be the first baseman, and Steve Clevenger will do the catching.
Cozart at second. Brings up Billy Hamilton.
Lynn and Seager in on the corners.
Popped up the bunt attempt. Billy led off in yesterday's game, had a couple singles. Batted second in the opener and went 1 for 4. Strike two. Home plate umpire Dan Bellino. Adam Homari at first, Tom Hallian at second, and Tony Randazzo at third. Cano moving back towards the middle. That ball's fouled off past Billy Hatcher, third base coach. Freddie Benavides, first base coach for Cincinnati. Struggling Reds ball club. Last place in the National League Central, 15-28. And that hit him.
It's a foul ball, I think.
Oh, it's a foul ball, says Dan Bellino. They got a big piece of him.
I think it was off the knob of the bat.
Let's see.
Yep, right off the knob of the bat. Typically, a part of your hand will get pinched in there, but that is a foul ball.
And if you're down on the handle, you're going to really get it, right?
Right. Brian Price out of the dugout now.
Tough year for Brian. Former Mariner pitching coach.
Take a look at Wade Miley, and he's really been pitching well as of late. Take a look at his fastball. Opponent's hitting just 239. His average fastball at 90 miles an hour. He likes his slider with 2 strikes. Opponent's hitting 216. That'll be around 84. And of course the changeup 279. Changeup around 82 miles an hour. He's had really good command of those 3 pitches. He'll throw his curveball from time to time. Not a lot. We might see 8 to 10 curveballs from him. Brian Price wants to take a look at it, so the umpire is now heading over to see if it actually hit his hand. Hamilton, his reaction tells me that he knew right away it was a foul ball. It sounded like it hit the knob of the bat, and it certainly looked like it. The umpires will take a look. There's another look. He's going to start his swing, and it'll hit right off the knob of the bat.
Looks like he got that bottom hand too.
Yeah, probably part of his pinky.
He's down on the knob. A better look right here.
That looks like it hits the knob to me.
Whew. And it got more knob than it got. Well, the Mariners, a lot to hang their hat on regarding how they've played on the road. 17-7 best in the major leagues. They've won in series on the road 7-0-1. This road trip is 4-1. And in series overall so far, as we played 42 games, they're 10-3-1 in series.
Well, and David, it's already been a good road trip, 4-1 on the trip, but you certainly would like to see them get the sweep. I think the other thing to look forward to is, remember we were talking about the schedule and how difficult it was going to be for the Mariners because they've played so many games on the road. Well, obviously they've played well, 8 games over 500. But you look at this upcoming homestand. You have Oakland coming in, you have Minnesota coming in, and you have San Diego, and then you go to San Diego for 2. So they have an opportunity, including today's game, to really try to get some separation over the Rangers, and they're playing such good baseball you would expect that. And they're going to say it hit them. That's surprising.
So 2 men aboard. Base hit and a hit batter.
Take a look at Miley, and he needs a ground ball right now. So we'll look at the ground ball rates for him. Obviously, with his curveball at 63%, you're probably more likely to see his changeup. Also, his slider is not a bad pitch to get it on the ground. We showed you the numbers for Joey Votto, who's stepping in. He's had a tough series so far, 0 for 7.
Career .311 hitter. Batting 196 over his last 112 at bats. Worst stretch of his career. hitting under 200. Twice left the bases loaded in yesterday's game. Got a soft comebacker to Felix and an easy ground ball to first. This time comes through. Base hit. Cruz comes up with it. And Billy Hatcher held Cozart at third. So they got him loaded here in the first.
One of the things the Reds have done well this year is hit with runners in scoring position. Hitting .278 as a team. This is on a fastball inside. They want to pitch Votto inside. And then use the breaking ball changeup away from him. Felix was able to get him out a couple of times on the changeup yesterday.
Double hit, batter single, and the bases are loaded. Mariners infield double play depth. Concede the run. Phillips, a .250 hitter, 6 homers, 20 runs batted in. Strike one. He's 3 for 12 against Wade Miley. Miley, having pitched against the Reds during his time in Arizona, made 5 starts against the Reds. 2-2 record, 3.90 ERA. This is trouble to the gap. Cozart scores. Hamilton's a flyer. He's going to score. Votto to third, and they'll stop him as Cano gets it back in. So early damage here. Brandon Phillips doubles into his 9th double. RBIs 21 and 22.
So already 2 doubles in the inning. Cozart led the game off with a double. It's a fastball, 91 miles an hour, out over the plate. Elevated for him as he lines it into the gap.
Mel Stoudemire Jr. out for some words. The ball was barreled up.
All right, now I'm sure he's talking to him about getting his fastball down in the zone. Mentioned the 2 doubles, both of them pitches up.
Jay Bruce, knee problems yesterday, took him out of starting lineup yesterday. Wade's got to pitch himself out of trouble. Needs an out here. 2 runs in. Runners at second and third. Two and 0.
Give you an idea how the Reds stack up offensively with the rest of the National League. They are 13th in average, 10th in runs scored. You can't hit the ball out of the ballpark from time to time. 8th in home runs, and you would expect that in this ballpark. They are last in walks, 11th in slugging, and 13th in on-base percentage.
Good pitch to get back to a 2-2 count. Good look from the blimp. 2-2 center field. Martin's got a great arm. Votto's going to try to score, and he's going to. 3-0 lead. Sac fly, Jay Bruce. Second sacrifice fly of the season for him. 28th run batted in. Team leader in that category. Two away.
It was the right,
one out, beg your pardon.
1 out, yeah. It was the right play by Martin. He has the great arm, and he likes to show it off. But I think getting the ball back in, if he'd have tried to throw that to home, Phillips was going to tag and move on to third, and would have given them another opportunity for another sacrifice fly. But he had to stay at second, so now it will require a base hit.
Eugenio Suarez, third baseman, looks at strike one. 0 for 4, struck out 3 times in yesterday's game. 1-1. And tight. 2-1. Suarez has done well. Runners in scoring position at .325 batting average with 19 runs brought home. Wade not as sharp as he's been recently.
Going to take a little bit of time. Think about it.
3-1 to Suarez.
That's a better fastball from him. 91. It was on the outside corner, but more importantly down around the knees.
Needs a couple of good pitches here. 3-2. Love to get Suarez. Found back. Adam Duvall's on deck, the left fielder.
Last fastball in the middle of the plate. Suarez on the year against left-handers hitting .359 with 4 home runs. He leads the club with 9 overall.
Hit hard and foul. Yesterday with Felix on the mound, we had our mini Kings court. Guys had their t-shirts and everything sitting down in the left field corner. Court's going to be in session next week at Safeco Field. Clevenger going out for a couple of quick words. Miley will be ready to throw his 8th pitch. There's Felix. Should be duly noted that at the plate he was 0 for 2.
He did put the ball in play and had a sacrifice bunt.
Ground out to second. Ground out to short. Got the sacrifice down in the 6th inning. And there's an out recorded, and Miley needed that. So 2 down, and brings up Adam Duvall.
And we'll take a look at it. Goes to the off-speed pitch. This looks like maybe the slider, and it is. He likes to throw it at the back foot when he gets 2 strikes on a right-handed hitter, and he was able to locate it and get it where he wanted it to.
First K. 2 outs.
His slider has been a good pitch for him. Opponent's hitting just .216 against his slider.
First pitch swinging, popped up, foul, out of play. Duvall 2 for 8 on the series. Two-run double Phillips. Sacrifice fly by Jay Bruce for the 3-0 lead. It's going to hang up for Cruz, and that concludes the 1st inning. Reds jump out early against Wade Miley, 3-0 Cincy. Seattle Mariners baseball on Root Sports is brought to you by Safeco Insurance. Find a local agent at safeco.com. By BNSF Railway, sponsor of the BNSF Blast. And by Snoqualmie Casino, Seattle's closest. Snoqualmie Casino. DirecTV Blimp bringing wonderful aerials today. Great American Ballpark on your left. 3-0 Reds. Mariners will have Lynn, Clevenger, and O'Malley 6, 7, and 8 coming up against Alfredo Simon. Shift on against Lind with second baseman Phillips in short right field. Ground ball to Phillips, who comes in, makes the play, 1 out. Stick around after the game for Mariners postgame, presented by Delta Airlines as you look at the greater Cincinnati Northern Kentucky Airport. And 3 Delta planes getting service right now. Quick one to Steve Clevenger. 6 for 36 in limited action this season. Home run, it came in Cleveland. And he's got to work from behind, 0-2.
Simon throwing 20 pitches in the first inning. And if you've been watching this series, we've talked about it a lot, the struggles of the bullpen for the Reds. So they want to continue to work on his pitch count.
3 pitches to get Cleve there, 2 down.
Reds bullpen, the worst bullpen in baseball. They have an ERA of 6.64, and they've given up 36 home runs. Mariners ended up scoring 7 runs on the bullpen in the first game of this series on Friday.
Quick 2 outs, Sean O'Malley getting the start with Ketel Marte on the DL, sprained left thumb. Chris Taylor just arrived this morning. Flew out of Seattle to Charlotte to here at Cincy. They'll get the bulk of the players, a little more experience at shortstop than O'Malley. How about that pitch?
54 miles an hour.
When you got a 10.34 ERA, what do you got to lose? A 3-0 lead. All 2 strikes to O'Malley.
Wade Miley waiting on deck.
Bouncing ball to Phillips. Good hustle down the line by O'Malley, but they get him. 1, 2, 3 go the Mariners in the second. 3-0 Reds. Here on Root Sports is brought to you by CHI Franciscan Health, the Mariners' official partners in health. Learn to stay Northwest healthy at nwhealthy.org. And by your Northwest Chevy dealers, the new face of strong, the 2016 Chevy Silverado. As we look east at Lunken Airport here in Ohio, Ramon Cabrera playing in his 6th game. 1-1 count. Will be followed by the pitcher, Fredo Simon, then Zach Cozart. 3 runs on 3 hits for the Reds in the 1st inning. Easy play for Cano. 1 away here in the Reds' 2nd. Salute the Kids Night coming up this Saturday, 7:10 start time. Mariners and Boeing are celebrating our youngest fans by giving away free Robinson Cano t-shirts to all kids 14 and under. So pick up your tickets for the entire family right now at mariners.com. Twins will be in town. They're struggling, 4-19 on the road as of today. And here's, whoa, look out, throwing duck special.
First base hit of the year on the year for Simon. First pitch fastball. He lines it right back at Wade Miley. Duck is right.
1 for 8 now, Simon.
Miley threw 26 pitches in the 1st inning, giving up the 3 runs. So he can settle down. Get through 5 or 6, hold the score right where it's at.
Zach Cozart, a 1-1 pitch opening the Cincinnati first, doubled on the left field line.
Iwakuma was able to win the 1st game of this series, going 6 innings. He gave up 3 runs.
O'Malley's got it. Throw back to first. Simon back safely. 2 balls really smoked here in the 2nd. 2 outs.
I mentioned it at the start. Cozart 8th in the National League in hitting. So a double in that line out. Really swinging the bat well for the Reds.
Billy Hamilton's 2nd time up for him, hit by a pitch, first time on an 0-2 pitch. They went to the video, they checked it. First it was called a foul ball, but upon further review, it's called a hit batter, and he scored on the Brandon Phillips bases loaded double. Popped it up. There's O'Malley, and he makes the play. A nice economical inning for Wade Miley. Mariners trail 3-0. All right, Jen, he's a career 147 hitter with a homer, 12 runs batted in. Hit a home run against Ryan Vogelsong as a Diamondback back in 2013. Miley to be followed by Martin and Aoki. That must make other pitchers nuts when they get taken out of the yard by another spot. Right.
Tell you what makes it even worse is when a pitcher hits the ball out of the ballpark and he's on your team and you're really struggling to get a hit.
Compounded by he's probably pimping it too, right?
Probably.
Down the line, that's a fair ball. Miley makes the right decision and holds with a single. Tony Rendazzo had a good look at it. He's not plussed by it. Oh, man. Come on, man. Here's Martin. He has been hot. It's rare that, of course, this is only our first series in our league, but in a game this early, both starting pitchers have base hits.
That's very rare.
You know it. Pulled foul. Scott Service talking about Martin. He said he's on a tear. Said he's an accomplished base stealer. I'd rather have him creating havoc on the bases with Aoki at the plate as opposed to Cano. But it's good to have two speed guys in order. You can run a little bit. Martin. Of course, now in the situation here, you got the pitcher on at first.
Well, he's been getting on base in this series. He was on base 4 times in the first game. Had a double, ended up scoring a run. He was on base 3 times yesterday. Had a couple of walks and a home run.
Only 18 degrees launch angle on that home run. I think it was kissed, got out quickly. 108 miles an hour exit velocity in that home run in the second yesterday. It's this one hard. Nice job by Lenny Martin. He has really picked it up. Defense has been solid, better than solid, and now offensively swinging a bat really well.
Well, and this is the thing that I like with him. Getting on base. It's nice that he has the home runs. 8 home runs for him. That ties a single season high with the 8 home runs already. But the more he's on base and can put pressure on some defenses because of his speed. Good situation for the Mariners. Suarez, the third baseman, in on the grass.
Norris swinging away. Votto, nice play. Gets the Cozart for one. Simon to the bag. No, and Cozart will hold. Seen one dropped already. Miley to third. Then brings up Cano. Runners at the corners. Mariners down 3-0. 1 out. Robbie, first time up, reached on a fielder's choice.
He's been getting on base in this series. He's been hit a couple of times, has a couple of walks, but still looking for his first hit. This would be a good time for it.
Hokie got a great jump. Fouled off by Cano. Wonderful start for Robbie Cano. 12 home runs, 37 runs batted in, best in the major leagues. He and Cruz had their Superman and Robin outfits on today during batting practice in the cage. Pitch out, nothing doing.
They have a lot of fun with that, don't
yes, they do. Shannon Dreher works at Mariners radio, beat reporter for 710 ESPN. Tweeted out a picture of them last week when we were at home. Now I checked that, it was in Baltimore a few days ago. Great picture. They both had capes too, their outfits. Broken bat, ground ball, gets through, base hit. Miley scores. Norrie will hold at second base. Just slow enough for Phillips not to be able to get it. RBI for Robbie, his 38th. Mariners on the board.
Well, we'll take a look at right off the end of the bat. See, it splinters it right in half. And that was a perfect way for Wade Miley to move around the bases, station to station.
Well said.
Yeah.
Well said. See what Cruz can do here. Walked at a 3-2 pitch first time. He represents a go-ahead run. And a runner's going to move up.
And that will be a wild pitch and a great situation for the Mariners.
Takes a double play out of the picture. A wild pitch.
And we'll take another look at Simon and what he needs to do to get a strikeout. He likes his split and his fastball combination, and you can see the percentage is 39% on the splitter, 31% on the fastball.
Great opportunity here. 3-1 Cincinnati. Cruz, the 1-0 pitch. Hits it to Phillips. That'll play to run. Cruz is thrown out, drives in a run. Aoki scores. It's 3-2 Reds. Nelly picks up his 29th run batted in. CenturyLink bringing you what's next. The A's come to town, and in the previous series neither team has been able to hold serve at home. Hill against Walker, Graveman against Karn. Sonny Gray placed on the DL today, goes against Sashi Iwakuma. A's have lost 3 consecutive games to the Yankees after sweeping 3 from Texas. A's come into today's game. They'll come into that series 11-11 on the road. Kyle Seager flied out to right.
Rich Hill has really pitched well for him. That'll be a good matchup, Hill and Taijuan Walker.
Inside to Kyle. Earlier, Simon threw his version of the eephus at 54 miles an hour. Second slowest this year in the bigs. We are still endeavoring to find out who surpassed that. Man, oh man, 54. It's releasing a balloon. 3-0 here to Seager. That is a foul ball. Tough break.
No surprise to see Kyle swinging 3-0. It was an off-speed pitch, though. 85 miles an hour gives you an idea how hot he has been. The Reds aware of that. And Scott Service turning him loose.
That's David Wright. 3-0 green light with a base hit last night for walk-off win against Milwaukee.
That was with the bases loaded, I think.
Yeah. Three-1. I'd say it's a foul ball. Guy would love to bring home Robinson Cano with the tying run. Looking for his first hit against Simon. He's 0 for 6. 3 defenders right side of the infield against Kyle. There's Robbie at third.
After missing with the first 3 fastballs, 3 off-speed pitches. Last pitch looked like a split. Kyle third on the team in home runs and RBIs.
Three-two pitch. Popped it up. Playable. Suarez foul territory. Makes the play, but the Mariners put a couple on the board here. RBIs by Cano and Cruz. Little recreational time for this gentleman on the Ohio River. He does have a safety vest on. Wade Miley giving up 3 runs on 3 hits, comes back with a 7-pitch second, giving up just a base hit. Here's Joey Votto to lead it off for Cincinnati. Looks at pitch outside, ball 1. Joey with a base hit to right and a run scored in the first.
That was his first hit of the series.
What have you been able to analyze about Joey Votto in our time here? As he has not been swinging at a .311 career hitter. It's not been good.
No, I think the thing that I've noticed, and the Mariners have done it a lot in this series too, is they're pitching him inside, and he basically he's either taking the pitch or trying to force feed it the other way as opposed to turning it loose. And I've talked to a couple different people with the Reds, and they've said the same thing. And then they're getting him out with the off-speed pitch right off the end of the bat. And it's really strange to see a hitter of his caliber struggle for this long into the season. Everybody can get off to a slow start or have a 2-week stretch where you're not swinging well, but we're on the 3rd weekend of May.
Yeah,
to see him hitting 200.
It's unbelievable. 40 foot. It's the game number 44 as O'Malley throws him out for the first out. One out here in the bottom of the 3rd. Brandon Phillips gapped one right center with the bases loaded, scoring 2 in the first inning.
And I haven't seen a lot of him, obviously being in the National League, but I was a little bit surprised in yesterday's game against Felix how much he was choking up on the bat.
He's about 3 fingers, wasn't he?
Yeah. And Felix was able to get him to hit his changeup off the end of the bat every time. And I was surprised to see that. Maybe that's normal for him when he gets a couple of strikes. I don't know.
Good pitch by Miley.
Excellent changeup.
Yeah, I think that's a good point. I mean, here's a guy. I mean, he was ripping it for the greater part of his career. Really got going back in 08. 0-2. Swing and a miss. Miley's second strikeout. 2 away. The boomstick himself, Nelson Cruz, invites all youngsters to the ballpark on Sunday, May 29th, thanks to Aquafina. That afternoon, kids 14 and under are going to get a pair of wristbands, just like the Mariners home run hitter wears. So get your tickets at mariners.com. Quick 2 outs. Jay Bruce, sacrifice flies, first time up. Three defenders, right side of the infield for Bruce. Pulls it foul right through the 5-hole of their first base coach, Freddie Benavides. Another one fouled off.
And after the first inning, Wade was struggling. It looks as if he's going to his off-speed pitches a little bit more. Threw a lot of fastballs in the first. Seeing more change-ups and sliders from him now. Doing a good job mixing it up the last couple of innings.
1-2 pitch. Ball 2. Full count now. Suarez on deck. 3-2 to Jay Bruce. Lost it. First walk. Comes with 2 outs here in the third. A big part of the Mariners' success, what they've been able to do on the road, Mike.
Yeah, I think you look at the home runs, they're first. Obviously, the win's the most important part of it. But the runs scored, 125 runs scored. They're averaging well over 5 runs a game. 5.43. And with the pitching that they have, they should win a lot of games scoring over 5 runs.
Brings up Suarez. Struck out on a 3-2 pitch. Mariners overall team ERA second only to the White Sox. There's strike. Missed with that second pitch. 1-1. Had a good run. 4-0 over his last 5 starts for Wade Miley. Some pop foul. In that time, opponents hit just a $1.82 against Wade. 2.62 ERA. One-two pitch. Swing and a miss. Suarez gone. And not only that, he broke his bat too. Not real happy. Third strikeout for Wade Miley. Got a 3-2 ball game. by T-Mobile. Take a look at the Major League Baseball win leaders. Chris Sale, my goodness, 9-0. Jake Arrieta, 8-0. We'll see both of those teams later on this year. Steven Strasburg off to the good start. And the last player to win 30 games, Mr. McLean, back in '68. Boy, that was a big deal. 31-6. And he was the first one to have done it in a very long time. Last player to win 25-plus starts in a season, Bob Welch. God rest his soul. 27-6 in 1990.
Okay, so we're at the quarter pole. Give any of them a chance?
Why not? I mean, Sale, we've seen his electric stuff. That's just crazy. And Arrieta, I think in his starts, Cubs only won something. I mean, have lost something like one of his last 26, 27 starts.
Well, the White Sox are in first place.
Yeah.
So a couple of good clubs.
This one popped up by Lind. It's playable. And nice play by Suarez to come in because the catcher was under Cabrera, but wasn't really that close to it.
Yeah, you look at all three of those pitchers, and they're all on first place teams. Of course, in today's game, they're going to get 34, maybe 35 starts, so it doesn't give them much room.
Right.
But they're off to terrific starts.
Quick one out. Clevenger down on 3 pitches his first time up. Phillips in short right field for him. Pitch inside, ball 1.
Simon was able to get ahead of him, threw him a couple of fastballs that he ended up taking, and then swung at a breaking ball.
One. Through 3 innings, both pitchers at 51 total pitches. Both a push on first pitch strikes after 3. 9 for 14 for Simon, 9 for 15 for Miley. Votto out number 2. Quick 2 out to bring up Sean O'Malley. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Seattle Mariners. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Seattle Mariners. O'Malley grounded out to Phillips, the second baseman. Votto comes in at first. He's playing deep.
Normally, I would say you'd really like to see O'Malley reach base with a couple of outs because you have Miley, the pitcher, on deck, and you assume he's going to make an out, that you get your leadoff hitter starting off the next inning. But Wade Miley 1 for 1 in the game.
Got one down on the third base line.
He scored one of the 2 runs.
Roster move made today for just joining us, with Marte going on the disabled list, injured thumb. And Chris Taylor, he called from Tacoma. Chris, a 170 hitter last year with the Mariners. 2 years ago in 47 games he had 287. More of a natural shortstop. O'Malley from the Cookie Rojas school. He can pretty much play anywhere, outfield, infield, but his better positions in the outfield.
It's great to have guys like that in your organization. Also helps that he runs well. There you go.
And a base hit up the middle. Sean O'Malley, his second hit since being recalled.
And really, if you think about it, a quarter of the way through it, as we take a look at the swing by O'Malley, not trying to do too much with it. A little inside out swing, solid line drive back up the middle. But outside of the bullpen, they haven't had any other injuries, so it's going to happen over the course of the summer, and you have to weather the storm. Marte obviously a big loss. O'Malley played well at shortstop yesterday. Good to see him pick up a base hit right here.
Taylor was brought up, Scott Service said, because the guys in the organization and he had been at the other end of those conversations in his previous gigs in baseball. They said that Taylor was doing a lot of things really well, and Chris said that Scott Brocious was a huge help to him. correcting a couple of mechanical things in his swing. See if Miley can go 2 for 2. We put it play. Cozart short way, just scouting, good hustle by O'Malley. Nothing across for the Mariners in the 4th. Reds lead at 3-2. It's surprising. Not bad. Adam Duvall leading off.
Well, Bill Kruger hanging out line drives.
Got that. Ooh, this is hit well. Deep left center field. A lot of trouble, and it is gone. Way back in those seats. Adam Duvall, his 8th home run, 17th RBI, 4-2 Cincinnati.
He is going to get a fastball on the inner half. Take a look at it. Set up on the inside corner. Doesn't get it there at 89 miles an hour. And the ball did not miss it.
This one fouled back by Ramon Cabrera, the catcher. Grounded out the second. 457 feet on that home run by Duvall. Boy, Wade had to duck again. Second time somebody's gone right through the box.
Another fastball on the inner half. Clevenger, the catcher today, set up away.
Couple of balls hard hit here in the 4th inning. Brings up the pitcher, Alfredo Simon. He's got service, and the boys down by 2 here in the 4th. Reds put 3 up on the board in the 1st inning. 2-run double by Brandon Phillips, a sacrifice fly by Jay Bruce.
Kyle Seager in on the grass. Simon going to bunt.
A lot of bad road for the Reds. 6 consecutive losses, 9 of 10, 11 of 13. Simon has 2 sacrifices on the season. He struck out 5 times. Simon turned 35 on May 8th, 6'6", 265. He's been with Baltimore, Cincinnati, Detroit, and now his 2nd tour of duty with the Reds. Gets the bunt down, not a bad job. Cano to the bag, and Miley gets the out. So sack 1-4, runner to 2nd, 1 away. Enjoy great Mariners baseball and a great deal when you head to Safeco Field Tuesday, June 7th. The first 11,500 fans receive a voucher good for up to half off 2 tickets on Alaska Airlines. Some restrictions apply. Log on to mariners.com/Alaska Air for details. June 7 in town will be the Cleveland Indians. That'll be game 2 of a 4-game set.
Zach Cozart, 3rd time through the lineup. He's the leadoff hitter. He's hit the ball hard twice. Had a double in the 1st inning and lined out to the shortstop O'Malley in the 2nd.
Cabrera, the catcher, at 2nd. This one hit right to Seager. There's your double play. So 1 run on a Duvall home run, and Cincinnati's lead now is 4-2. Blimp and aerial coverage brought to you by DirecTV. If you call yourself a sports fan, you got to get DirecTV. Call 1-800-DirecTV. Dave Sims, Mike Blowers, Root Sports crew. Good to be with you here in Cincinnati. Looking forward to coming home. Homestand against the A's, the Twins, and the Padres. Twins struggling on the road, 4 of 19. They've lost 2 of 3 at Toronto. They're going to be hosting Kansas City before they come to Seattle. And the Padres 9 and 11 on the road, although beating the Dodgers the last 2 nights after being swept by the Giants in 3. Top of the order, Martin, Aoki, and Robinson Cano. 1 for 2 day for Leonis. Base hit to right, 3rd inning.
In this series, he's been on base 8 times. One of the reasons why Scott Service put him in the leadoff spot.
Oh, he get the bunt down. It checks up. Simon got him. Oh, man.
You were right about it checking up, and I thought that was the reason why he might beat it out.
Yeah.
Simon, expecting it to roll, had to make an adjustment, was able to get rid of it quickly and make an accurate throw to first.
Take a look at it.
Umpires are going to take a look at it. And he looks safe to me.
Yeah, I thought that was his best friend, the checkup.
Adam Hamari is the one that called him out, the first base umpire today. Scott Service wanted them to take a look at it, and they will.
Don't imagine it'll take him but so long.
And you're right.
There you go.
Base hit. We'll take another look. Last long stride. Able to beat it.
And as you know, Mariner fans know it has not been for lack of trying by the young man trying to get on board with the bunts.
Well, and I was thinking, I was hoping that it would get turned around to where he was safe, because you'd like to see him get paid off, because that's something you want him to continue to do.
Absolutely. There's Nori, and at third is Suarez, back safely. Martin, he's the leading base stealer for the Mariners. 40 seconds for that review. Good bunt. Nothing checked up like that John Lamb swinging bunt yesterday. That was crazy. Inside to Aoki.
If you missed the game yesterday, Felix had retired the first 8 batters of the game. The pitcher walks up there and
1-2 pitch.
Yeah, a full swing. And the ball checks up about halfway from home plate to the mound.
And Felix was in good shape. He's coming up, and the thing just died.
Yeah.
I need a couple of those on the golf course, please.
That was the first hit for the Reds.
That's you from about $130. Good count for Nori, 2-0. Good speed on the base paths. Nori represents a tying run. Takes for strike.
Well, Scott Service changing the lineup today. Aoki typically leading off, hitting him second. One of the other things, especially if Martin is going to continue to get on base, is he doesn't mind taking some pitches and hit with 2 strikes.
Good lead at first by Martin. Robinson Cano on deck. Martin, good lead at first. Bounces one off the glove of Votto, base hit. Martin will get the third with ease. Oh, you got to like this situation. First and third, nobody out. The major league RBI leader, Robinson Cano, coming to the plate.
Bounces, this high bounce goes right off the top of the glove of Votto at first. Hitters love those base hits. Cano feeling pretty good about himself. 1 for 2 today. Base hit and an RBI.
Cano, Cruz, Seager all coming up here. Nobody out runners at the corners. Nori's second hit today, 2 for 3 with a run scored. Beautiful day here in Cincinnati. Flags out above the stands at left center field, blowing left to right. Robbie with 6 hits career against Simon, 1 a home run.
And he made a really good pass at that breaking ball at 77. Fouling it straight back.
Martin at third. Aoki at first with nobody out. First 3 batters are 5 for 8 with a run and an RBI.
Mariners winning the first 2 games of this series. One of the things that they have not done well is hit with runners in scoring position. Coming into this game just 2 for 22 in the series, 1 for 5 today.
Bounce foul. Mariners will be coming home for Oakland 3 games, Minnesota 3 games, 2 games with San Diego. Make sure you grab your tickets. First place Mariners. And we expect Felix to be on the mound starting Friday night against the Minnesota Twins. And that's also the first fireworks night and another college night. Be advised, you should get your tickets now. Those college nights,
it gets busy early.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you want to get in the pen, you may want to go there now. Robbie trying to be a productive 2-strike hitter here. Bunt by Martin to get the inning started. Aoki bounces one off, a chopper off the glove of a leaping first baseman Joey Votto. First and third, 0-2 here to Cano. It's plenty deep. Billy Hamilton in right center field. A 4-3 ball game. Another RBI, second today for Cano. He's got 39 on the season. 4-3 Cincinnati. Let's take a look at our Geico this date in Major League Baseball history. This date 1954, Reds manager Bertie Tebbetts implements a 4-man outfield against Stan the Man Musial. They replaced the shortstop with a right center fielder. Stan was that kind of hitter. Sonora, PA, same town that produced the Griffey family.
Oh, okay, getting a pretty big lead over at first. I'm not sure that I'd want him to run right now.
No.
Nelson Cruz swing the bat.
Already thought about going. He holds on. Cruz sitting on 9 home runs. He's got 250 for his career. He's driven in a run already with a ground out. He's got 29 RBIs. And he's ahead 2-0. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. 2 career hits against Simon, 1 for the distance, a home run. Simon pitching him very carefully.
And he has the green light. Kyle Seager 3-0, and Simon ended up throwing him an off-speed pitch. Kyle fouled it off, pulled it down the right field line, foul.
The ball he hit in Oakland would have been scattering people on the riverboat straightaway center field here in Cincinnati. Couple of things, Matt. Simon wanted no part of that action.
The way the ball's been carrying in this ballpark, he might have hit it out into the river.
We're told yesterday, Adam Dunn recently retired, what, 2 years ago? Hit one, what was it, 560?
535.
535. I mean, that's killing a baseball. He's a gentle giant, nice guy, Adam Dunn. 462 career home runs. Nice career. Kyle Seager, 2 on, 1 out, a run in. Got to throw him a strike here. We showed you the averages against all of Simon's pitches, and all in the hitter's favor.
Simon had 80 pitches, 48 strikes.
There's a yapper. Aoki's going to score to tie it. Cruz will get the third. Long turn, big turn by Seager. And now he's going to go to second after the ball was botched at the cutoff man. So now that's an even better situation. Instead of first and third, it's second and third. 1 out. Mariners have tied it up here 4-4. RBI Seager's 26th.
And the Reds 13th in fielding in the National League, and it showed up right there. Good piece of hitting by Kyle. You can see the ball running away from him. Didn't try to do too much with a solid line drive. Hamilton able to cut it off in the gap. And he tried to fire it back into second. Kyle with a wide turn. He went about halfway, stopped, went back to first, and then once it got away from him past Phillips, he was able to get into second base.
So base hit, RBI, E8. 4-4 ball game. CenturyLink brings you what's next. Rich Hill's been tough on the Mariners this season. Goes against Taijuan Walker. Look for Taijuan more fastballs this next time out. That'll be tomorrow night. Look forward to that. Kendall Graveman against Nathan Carnes, and Sonny Gray placed on the DL. That really hurts the Athletics cause they start today. The A's 19-25. They've lost 3 consecutive games to the Yankees. This weekend, Iwakuma goes against Sonny Gray. That's on Wednesday.
You have to wonder with Sonny Gray if he's had something that's bothered him all year, because he has not pitched well. Reds have the shift on with Adam Lind standing in.
And by the way, with the A's coming to town, Mariners looking for their first win at home against them. They were swept in that opening home series. Here's Adam Lind. Up and into him. Ground out to second and a foul out to the third baseman for Adam so far today. 6th man to the plate here in the 5th inning.
Mariners 2 for 6 with runners in scoring position.
Adam Lind with a home run to the opposite field in Baltimore. And he's a guy with tremendous pull side power.
Oh, now they're going to put him on. Yeah. Clevenger waiting on deck, and he hasn't played a lot, so they're going to go after him. Clevenger a strikeout and grounded out to first.
The base is loaded. 1 out. Watch the Mariners take batting practice with Mariners team president Kevin Mather right behind the batting cage at Safeco Field. Save this date, June 1. And you could bid on auction items like this during Mariners Care Charity Night. All proceeds benefit Mariners Care. Chance for the lead right now. Base is loaded, 1 out. Steve Clevenger strikeout and a ground out the first today.
See if he can get something up in the zone that he can handle.
And he goes the other way, base hit. Here comes Cruz. Mariners take the lead. Seager being waved on. Here's the throw by Duvall to the plate. It is in time. They got him. Clevenger gives the Mariners a 5-4 lead. Nelly Cruz scored with ease.
Well, here's the good news. He gets a pitch up in the zone so he can hit it into the outfield. Solid base hit. Duvall charges it hard. Good break by Kyle. It gets around in pretty good shape at third, but a strong throw from Duvall. Perfect one hop to the catcher.
So 2 outs, runners at first and second. Mariners have the lead. The hitter, Sean O'Malley.
Close play at the plate. O'Malley with a base hit his last time up. He's 1 for 2. Mariners now 3 for 7 with runners in scoring position.
Way outside. Back of the strike, 1 and 2. Day and Diaz just called up. Couple of men aboard. 2 outs, 1-2 pitch here to O'Malley. Hit it hard. Phillips, nice play in the backhand. Underhand flip to Kozar. Good inning for the Mariners as they add 3 runs on 1-2. 3 hits. Leave a couple and lead now 5-4. Mariners baseball here in Root Sports, being brought to you by Money Tree. Proud to make a donation to Mariners Care for every Mariners win. By Jack in the Box. Taste the Baconlicious Sourdough Bacon Ranch Combo only at Jack in the Box. And by CenturyLink, your link to what's next. Bright, sunny Sunday here in Cincinnati. Dave Sims along with Mike Blowers and the Root Sports crew. Mariners have rallied now to take a 5-4 lead. Put themselves in position to get a sweep here and come home and take on the Athletics, the Minnesota Twins, and the San Diego Padres. Billy Hamilton leading off, followed by Joey Votto and Brandon Phillips. 2, 3, 4 in the order. Hamilton hit by a pitch and scored a run in the first, popped out to the shortstop O'Malley in the second inning. Seager in a couple of steps at third for Hamilton. 2-1 pitch. 2-2.
Wade in good shape with his pitch count right now. Outside of the home run, he's really thrown the ball well after the first inning. Steve Clevenger out to the mound. His changeup and slider have been a couple of good pitches for him this afternoon. Home run came on his fastball.
Two.
Pretty good slider right there.
It was.
Look at the slider, trying to get it to his back foot, and it looks like it would have ended up there if he hadn't fouled it off. Ended up hitting it off his front foot. 2 strikes. He likes to throw that pitch a lot to the right-handers, try to get him to swing over the top of it.
Count goes to 3-2. Talked about how Reds bullpen has struggled. They run in a shuttle. They just brought in Dan Diaz, A.J. Morris. Reds could have up to 8 big league debuts by pitchers this season. The most in franchise history, 10 in 1944. Franchise high since 1913 is 10. That was in 1944.
Wade had a conversation with Clevenger, and this pitch he needs to throw a strike.
Gonna hang up. Nope. Well, Hamilton 8 out of 10 in base stealing. He's aboard with a base hit. Take a look at our Delta Airlines keep climbing standings. Rangers game and a half back. Next time we see the Rangers will be June 3rd, 4-5. Angels had their issues going on. Although they did handle the Dodgers, and the Athletics will be coming in next. There's Joey Votto.
It's a pretty good pitch by Wade Miley to Hamilton. He ended up breaking his bat. Soft line drive into the outfield for that base hit. I think if you're Scott Service, Mel Stottlemyre, you'd rather see that than walking him because of his speed. Make him earn his way on, and he was able to do it.
They move Seager over closer to the second base bag for Votto. Pulls this one. Cano, and slow start by Hamilton, and Votto beats it out. Like Hamilton was going to bluff breaking for second, and the ball was hit. They had to wait for it to get through. This is what's this?
Yeah, the problem that happens here is it looks like O'Malley doesn't have his foot on the bag. He had to find the base. I think he had it straddled, and you can see they were in the shift, so it took him a little bit of time to get over there. That's exactly what happened. As he was running to the bag, I think he was looking at Robbie, expecting to get the ball quickly. Robbie waited. You could see the little bit of a pause to make sure he was there, but unfortunately his foot was on the base, and by the time he had it on there, Votto able to beat it out.
Brendan Phillips 1 for 2, 2-run double with the bases loaded, first inning. Two and out. Reds with 3 runs in the first inning. Mariners came back with 2 in the third. RBIs by Cano and Cruz. Reds added another in the fourth to Ball with a home run, and then the Mariners took the lead top of the fifth. Cano, Seager, and Clevenger driving in runs. Very good pitch against Phillips today. Struck him out on 3 pitches back in the third.
And it was with the changeup. Phillips with a double his first time up in the right center on a fastball.
Two-one pitch. Riley hoping to throw another double play ball here.
And after all the changeups, Phillips, who was aggressive on the fastball in his first at bat, some late swings. Still has that changeup in the back of his mind.
Two. And the batter's out.
Yep.
Pitch got away. Wild pitch. Runner took second. So a strikeout for Miley. That's his 4th. Brian Price coming out for an explanation from Dan Bellino.
Well, Clevenger points right away that it was a swing. I think Dan Bellino, did he check it with Adam Hamari? I think he did.
He held his fist up. He didn't waste any time. Let's see.
Let's take a look at it.
That came through. Strikeout, wild pitch, 2 down.
Yeah, I think he must have been thinking that maybe it was a check swing.
4th strikeout for Miley.
First base occupied. Phillips can't run down there.
Jay Bruce sacrifice fly in the first, walk in the third.
First pitch was perfect fastball at the knees on the corner.
One on one. Two balls, 1 strike. They play Bruce fairly deep in the outfield. Martin a few steps towards left center. Votto representing the tying run at second base.
As he usually does, Miley throwing a lot of strikes today. 77 pitches, 52 strikes.
Mariners will fly home after tonight's game. See the Athletics. Twins will follow the Padres after that. And we'll go to San Diego for a couple of games. Here's a high fly ball deep to center field. Martin has it in his sights and in his glove. Bruce gave it a good ride. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. A man stranded. 5-4 Mariners as we go to the 6th. 5-4 lead. Top of the 6th, and let's take a look at our Jimmy John's delivery of the game. Mariners with a 3-run 5th. Take the lead. Cano, Seager, and Clevenger RBIs turning the table. So the Mariners trying to go to 5-1 on this road trip. Alfredo Simon's day's done.
5 innings, 9 hits, 5 runs, all of them earned, 3 walks, 1 strikeout. He threw 90 pitches.
New pitcher making his big league debut, Diane Diaz. Promoted from Louisville. Miley, 78 pitches as he going to swing the bat again here. 3rd time he's got a base hit, reached on a fielder's choice. His first strike in the big leagues. Miley 0-2 count, leading off the 3rd. Single down the left field line. Diaz, promoted from Louisville. Series of roster moves involving 8 players. And they sent out Jumbo Diaz, Steve Delabar, and Cavius Sampson, and brought up Diaz, AJ Morris, and Josh Smith.
And part of the trouble with their bullpen is throwing strikes. Diaz behind the pitcher, 3-1.
So
all right, staying alive.
Absolutely. Miley came in to today's game on 147 career hitter.
That's a 93-mile-an-hour fastball, though.
It's nice work.
Yeah.
Put it in play again. Here's Cozart. Zach throws him out. Here we are on Sunday, May 22nd, and the Reds bullpen, they've called in the hazmat people. It's been tough. Here's Martin.
Well, no surprise to see that they're making a bunch of changes out in their bullpen. Again, the bullpen ERA 6.64. They've given up 36 home runs.
Martin today fly to center, base hit to right. And a drag bunt that checked up Simon, starting pitcher, tried to throw him out. Originally called out by Adam Hamari. They went to replay review, and he was took 40 seconds to review it, and they called him safe, and he came around and scored on a sac fly by Cano. 1-2.
Over the last 3 innings of the game on Friday, the bullpen working. Mariners able to score 7 runs off of it.
One-two to Martin. Hit it hard through the hole, right side, base hit. 1 out, 1 on in the 6th. It'll bring up Nori Aoki, who's been on base 3 times and scored twice. We take a look at the Mariners calendar, brought to you by Sleep Train. A's, Twins, and Padres next up. Home and home with San Diego. And we'll go to Texas, come home for Cleveland, and see Texas again. Those are big series against the Rangers, and the Mariners have a chance to make some hay against some teams that aren't exactly hot right now, the A's, Twins, and Padres. So come on out. See your ball club. First place in the American League West.
Marte going on the disabled list. Scott Service changing things up at the top of the order with Martin leading off. Aoki hitting second. It's worked out well for him. You mentioned Aoki being on base 3 times. Martin has 3 hits. 3 hits and scored a run.
That leads to Cano driving in 2 runs today, upping his big league total to 39.
Well, he's loving it. Walk up to home plate 3 out of 4 times.
Cha-ching.
And have guys standing in scoring position. Yeah, he'll take that. Especially with the way he's been swinging it.
One-0 here to Nori. Diaz making a major league debut as a non-roster invitee to spring training. 9 games at a 3.86 ERA and 11 2/3. Bottle right to the bag. They need to apply the tag. They will. And there's your double play. Mariners are done in the 6th, but still lead it 5-4. Coverage brought to you by DirecTV. If you call yourself a sports fan, you got to get DirecTV. Call 1-800-DirecTV. Mariners rallied. They were down 3-0 after 1 inning, but now lead 5-4. So we play bottom 6. Wade Miley out there. I always screw this name up. Eugenio. Glad he's not a regular here with the Mariner baseball. Suarez, Mr. Suarez at the dish. 1-1.
Mariners have the shift on with Suarez hitting.
He struck out twice today, broke his bat, tossing it down after the 2nd time in the 3rd. Miley's gone 3-1. Duvall and Cabrera to follow. Foul ball. Like Wood heating up. And strike 3 called. Suarez gone. It's Cade for 3rd time today. They struck out 3 times in yesterday's game. 1 away. Mariners and BECU, they're partnering once again to offer family fun at discounted prices at Safeco Field. Families can purchase select view-level seats for one low price. The next event tomorrow. A's in town, 7:10 start time, so take advantage of your savings right now at mariners.com.
Adam Duvall, 1 for 2 today. Long home run, 450 feet. Home run his last time up. That was his 8th home run on the year.
Miley, 5 strikeouts, 1 walk. Giving up a home run. Kind of like what he did after throwing about 25-26 pitches first inning. Comes back second inning with 7 pitches and cleans things up. The only run given up was the leadoff homer by Duvall in the 4th.
Well, again, you had to feel as Nick Vincent gets loose in the pen for the Mariners that if he could hold the score where it was at the Mariners, but the way that they've been swinging and the struggles that the Reds have had pitching wise, get back in the ball game, and another good fastball right on the outside corner. And he has done just that.
Half a dozen strikeouts, 2 away here in the 6th.
Good fastball, one of his better fastballs today. That one at 92. Just a perfect pitch.
Nice work by Clevenger too, boy. Nice soft hands. Received very nicely. Ramon Cabrera, switch hitting catcher. Base hit, center field. It's 2 for 3 today.
That will bring up Tyler Holt, pinch hitting.
Tyler Holt was a late add last night when a knee injury, knee soreness, took Jay Bruce out of the lineup, and Holt went 0 for 2, walked twice.
He's going to hit for Diaz, relief pitcher that came into the ball game.
Been successful as pinch hitter, just under 300.
Not much of a lead for Cabrera at first.
Ball 1. Miley coming over from Boston, 11-11 last year. He had seen him when he was with Arizona. Pitched a good game against the Mariners.
Well, right now you'd like to see him retire Holt. I don't think he's going to get the opportunity to face Cozart, the leadoff hitter. Cozart, even though he is just 1 for 3 with a double and a run scored, he's hit the ball hard all 3 times. He's waiting on deck.
Two and 1. There's Zach. Having a good year. And a few bright spots in the Cincinnati ball club. High ball right field, driving Cruz back. He's there. It probably will do it for Miley. 6 good innings here. 5-4 lead for the Mariners. catch. Wade Miley. Some strong work here today. Had a Rockies start in the first inning, but then really straightened some things out. And Bill Krueger, your thoughts on what the left-hander worked and how he worked here today?
Did it seem, Bill, to you after watching the first inning, it's something that I thought happened for him, but a lot of fastballs in the first inning, and then he seemed to go to that slider and change up a little bit more, and it seemed to be a better way for him. And I'm assuming that you have to feel pretty good, since you're a 400 hitter, that he was able to check in with a base hit and score a run and hit the ball 3 times.
All right, Bill, thank you very much. Robinson Cano leading off 2-2 count here. Three, 4, 5 Cano. Cruz, Seager here in the 7th against new pitcher Blake Wood. Robbie today's driven in 2 runs. Reaching a fielder's choice in the first. Single to right, driving in a run in the 3rd. Sacrifice fly in the 5th. Rolled over on it. Kozar throwing him out. And there's 1 away. Great news, everybody. Sound Transit's new Link Light rail stations on Capitol Hill and at the UW are now open. Plan your trip at soundtransit.org as you look at the Great American Ballpark by way of DirecTV Blimp. One out here in the 7th. 1 for 1 day, 0 for 1 day with an RBI for Mr. Cruz. He's walked twice, scored a run.
They've been very careful with him. See if Blake Wood wants to try him. First pitch fastball for a strike.
'97 up high, 1-1. Two and 1. Takes a strike.
Yeah, pretty good slider.
Lakewood 6'5", 240 pounds. Got a 2-2 pitch here to Cruz. Full count. On deck, Kyle Seager. Blake Wood's previously been with Kansas City and Cleveland. Payoff here to Nelly. Struck him out.
And he went back to the slider again. You have to get ready to hit 97. He threw a couple of fastballs at 97, and in this count, I think you probably were going to get one, but instead it's the slider at 88 just off the plate.
Brings up Kyle Seager, 1 for 3 with an RBI. Thrown out at home plate by Duvall, the left fielder, trying to score back in the 5th inning.
Nick Benson still getting loose in the pen, so Miley probably done for the day. He's up over 90 pitches now.
92 pitches, 62 for strikes for Miley. No shift on against Seager this time around. 1-1 pitch. That was at 97. Blake Wood's feeling good today.
Yeah, and over the last month, not many pitchers have been able to get away with that pitch in that area to Kyle Seager, even if it is 97.
Two outs, nobody on here in the 7th. Adam Lind on deck. 3 runs in the first for the Reds, 1 in the 4th. Mariners come back with 2 in the 3rd, 3 in the 5th. There's Duvall backing up on the track, and he makes the catch. Blake Wood effective here in the 7th. Mariners 1-run lead. Lottery mobile app. This break in the action would be the perfect time to check winning numbers played today. Scored today, Mariners 5-4. Looking to complete a sweep here in Cincinnati. Come home 5-1 on this road trip. Good to have you with us this Sunday afternoon, and take a look at the Columbia Bank difference in the ball game. And check out what has occurred here in the box score. Landis Martin leading off. Very productive. Same for Nori Aoki. Cano's driven in a couple of runs. Just need Adam Lind to check in with a single. Hey, Wade Miley, pitcher, starter. Even with a base knock.
He was hitting the ball the other way today. But Wade Miley is afternoon is done. Nick Vincent going to take over for the Mariners. Really pitched well. 2-1 record, a 1.47 ERA, 23 strikeouts, only 2 walks in 18 and a third. Opponents hitting 172 his fastball. 88 to 92. Also use a cutter and a slider.
Well, when you come to Cincinnati, at least once you have to talk about the Big Red Machine. What a great ball club. And Mike, when you were growing up, these were your guys. Look at 5 NL West titles. There's your guy, Johnny Bench.
Johnny Bench, you're right. A lot of fun to watch them. Sparky Anderson.
George Sparky Anderson. I saw him as a second baseman when I was a kid in Philly. Ken Griffey Sr. What a great club. Concepcion, Foster, Cesar Geronimo, Ken Griffey Sr. Boy, they were dynamic. 75-76 world champions. A dramatic World Series in 75.
Don't forget about Joe Morgan.
Oh, I love Joe Morgan. Beat the Red Sox in 75 and pummeled the Yankees. Swept them in 76. Don Gullett. Raleigh Eastwick. Who else? I'm trying to think of some other guys off the top of my head here. Oh, Dan Dreesen was a part of that club. Good player. Good player.
Pete Rose, of course.
Pete. They're going to be honoring Pete later on this year. He's on the cover of the Media Guide. He and Ken Griffey Jr. Pete's on about 2/3 of the front cover. Got Papa, Seager, and Clevenger go for it. It runs out of room. Cozart's hit the ball hard 3 times against Wade Miley today. Double down the left field line, a hard line out to O'Malley at short, and a line out to Seager. Part of a double play.
You mentioned it earlier, having a good year. Came into the game hitting .326. That's 8th best in the National League.
One, two. It'll be Cozart, Hamilton, Votto. 1, 2, and 3 in the order for the Reds here in the 7th inning. Good Sunday afternoon crowd. 24,123. Nick Vincent ahead 0-2. Cruz taking a look. Talking about those Reds 75-76 teams. They beat some good Dodger, Pirate, and Philly teams in the mid-70s. Outside. And you say what, growing up when you're growing up in Germany, you got 1 game a week, and invariably it was the Reds.
Yeah, my dad was in the service, so they'd have the 1 game, and the Reds were on a lot.
Foul tipped into Clevenger's glove. Good start for Nick Vincent. So 1 away here in the 7th inning. Come watch Kyle Seager and Robinson Cano hit bombs into the outfield seats while wearing your Mariners bomber hat. They're free to the first 15,000 fans this Friday when the Mariners take on the Twins. 7:10 start time. Log on to mariners.com for your tickets. Looking forward to seeing the Twins. I always like the Sano kid we saw last year. You got him in right field.
Yeah.
He was a lot more comfortable at third, but he's a guy that can really get in the launch mode. Very strong. How about the throw he made last year up there in Minnesota? He was playing at third base, and I think he had a backhand. He had a step and a dive, got up and threw a seed right across.
For a big man, he moved around pretty good over there, I thought. Yeah. I did see the other day that he was in right field. Billy Hamilton been on base a couple times and scored a run.
Cruz has this measured. Two outs. A's will come to town without Josh Reddick on the DL.
Wouldn't be surprised if Nick Vincent uses that cut fastball and tries to keep it in on the hands of Votto. Votto with a base hit. I was back in the first inning, 1 for 3. Cardinals put the shift on with him hitting. See Clevenger set up inside, and that was the cutter. Jammed him in on his hands.
It really shut him down. 3-hole hitter for the Reds. Shift on against them. 0-1 pitch.
Definitely likes the ball out over the plate. He has really good power to the opposite field.
One. Misses away. Reds looking at their 3rd consecutive losing season.
That's been tough.
Sure can't be comfortable for Brian Price. His 3rd year as manager, taking over for Dusty Baker.
Tough to manage when you don't have a bullpen.
I don't care who you are. 2-1. Cano throws to Lind, and Joey Votto retired, as are the Reds, as we move to the 8th inning. Mariners lead 5-4. I stopped off with Brad Adam to the Cincinnati Reds Hall of Fame, and Bill Kruger joins us right now. And I tell you what, it was a thrill walking through there. I've seen some good Halls of Fame, but this is a very, very good one. And celebrate the 75-76 team, among others. Give us some memories, Bill, of this franchise and maybe even of that ball club. Yeah. The way right, that's what I was going to say. Yeah, I mean they were an offensive ball club, and I mentioned a guy to Mike that doesn't get a lot of attention, but Dan Dreesen put in some good years with those clubs. I'll bet.
Wow, bet.
Great player, good guy, but what kind of guy was he? Oh my goodness. That's I know you're not. Here's Adam Lind hitting one to Brandon Phillips. But that Hall of Fame, if you ever get a chance to come here to Cincinnati, it is where the Brad and I hustled through it. And here's a look. They have some life-size thing, very similar to the Negro League Museum in Kansas City, with life-size statues in there, and they cover the whole history dating back to 1869 as a charter member of the National League. And bobbleheads, if you love bobbleheads, there's a million of them, and there's a few a lot of recognition for Ken Griffey Sr. and Jr.
Pretty cool one here last night.
They have the dual bobblehead with Jr. as a Mariner and as a Red. And we're going to hear more from Bill and Jen on Mariners postgame, presented by Delta Airlines, coming up right after the final out. Clevenger.
1 for 3.
Yeah, last time up. Phillips in short right field for Clev. Second inning of work for Blake Wood. He went 1-2-3 in the 7th. Two balls, 2 strikes. Fouled it off. Sean O'Malley's on deck.
And looking down into the dugout, looks like Seth Smith will hit in the pitcher's spot.
2-2, Steve Clevenger. It's moving your feet. Three and 2. Suarez taking a look, does not have a play. Joaquin Benoit getting ready to toss in the 8th inning. Coming up for the Mariners when we get home, taking on the Athletics. They start in about a half hour against the Yankees. Pineda against Hahn in that one. Another foul ball off the bat of Clevenger.
It's battling. The 9th pitch.
Do it again. 3 and 2. Strike 3 called. 2 away. Second strikeout for Blake Wood. 2 down here in the 8th inning. MLB TV Premium, the #1 live streaming sports service, delivers everything you've come to expect and more. Watch every out-of-market game live in HD on over 400 devices. Includes a free subscription to At Bat, the #1 app for live baseball. Visit Mariners.com for details. Good look at Great American Ballpark, banks of the Ohio River. Kentucky on the other side. O'Malley a little late. 0-1. Sean 1 for 3 today, playing at shortstop with Ketel Marte going on the DL. Chris Taylor called up from Tacoma. '96. One and 2. Seth Smith on deck circle. O'Malley can keep it going. He will bat for Nick Vincent. And I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm looking forward to seeing DH action tomorrow.
I'm with you.
O'Malley drives it well. It's going to get down, and he's going to dig for 2. Let's see if he can make it, and he will. Nice hustle double. Sean O'Malley to keep the Mariners' 8th inning alive.
His second base hit was probably borderline in his mind whether he's going to make it or not, but with 2 outs, it's worth trying to get into scoring position. Turns around 95 miles an hour. Billy Hamilton can cover a lot of ground. He does not throw particularly well, and O'Malley takes advantage of it. And what a slide. Had to put the brakes on to keep his toes on there.
First double of the season for O'Malley.
And Seth Smith will pinch hit.
Well, it goes back to something we talk about all the time. He hunts the fastball. He likes the fastball. And this kid is bringing it.
And he's topped out at 97.
Caught him between, swing and a miss. The third goes O'Malley. A wild pitch.
Looked like an off-speed pitch at 90 miles an hour.
So O'Malley at third base. 1-run lead for the Mariners.
That's a good fastball at 97.
1-2 to Seth. Popped it up. Suarez has room. Joaquin Benoit will take over in the 8th. Mariners lead by a run. see him again. No question about it. Luis Sardinas. Joaquin Benoit is going to take over, Mariners' 8th inning specialist.
Good to have him back. ERA at 4.5. Opponent's hitting just 143 against him. 5 strikeouts, 6 walks in the 6 innings that he has worked so far. He's going to get Phillips, Bruce, and Suarez.
First pitch. Big right-hander fouled back up this way, right off of the radio booth. Okay, Rick Riz and Gary Hill. Ricocheted off their window. Benoit back from right shoulder inflammation, kept him on the DL. Three nights ago, made his return at Baltimore. Fly ball to Cruz. 1 out. 1 away here in the 8th. Aerial coverage brought to you by DirecTV. If you call yourself a sports fan, you gotta get DirecTV. 1 out here in the 8th brings up Jay Bruce. First inning sacrifice fly, a walk, and took Martin deep to the track in right center in the 5th inning. Good luck at Great American Ballpark, opened in 03. We're a short cab ride away from the old site of Crosley Field. It's a home for the Reds for many years, home of the first night game in Major League Baseball. I believe that was 1938, June.
And while missing with a couple of fastballs, trying to be careful. Pitch on the outside corner.
Jay Bruce, 8 home runs, 28 runs batted in. Works the corner, 2-1. They've gotten a break.
Well, typically when late in the game and you're trying to protect a 1-run lead, 8th, 9th inning guys will typically pitch away. You want to get beat with 1 swing.
Two and 2. To left field. Here comes Nori making a catch. 2 down. So a little time travel here. Played at Crosley Field from 1912 to 1970. Then Riverfront Stadium from 1970 to 02. Of course, right here since 03 at Great American Ballpark. Brings up third baseman Suarez. 3 consecutive strikeout games for him. As you look at this ballpark, new part of the new generation. And the ball do fly out of here.
And after all the fastballs, starts him off with a slider.
Two out, nobody on. And he's just not seeing it well here.
No, I think he's guessing up there. You mentioned he's already punched out 3 times in the game, and watch Benoit through all those fastballs to Phillips and Bruce, and now he's seen 2 off-speed pitches, both of them off the plate.
3 consecutive 3 strikeout games. Golden Sombrero, he's a strike away from that. And there's your sombrero, a golden one. On 1, 2, 3, 8th inning. Benoit, nicely done. 5-4 Mariners. Rally. They were down 4-2 going into the top of the 5th. They put 3 on the board, and that lead is held up as we go to the 9th inning here at Cincinnati. Mariners trying to come home 5-1 on this road trip and get ready to take on the Athletics, the Twins, and the Padres. So come on out and see your ball club. And the Mariners looking for their first win against the A's at home after having been swept in the opening series. Tony Cingrani takes over.
Hard throwing left-hander, a 3.66 ERA, 19 strikeouts, 12 walks in 19 2/3. Opponent's hitting .217. He's given up a couple of home runs. I mentioned the Mariners coming back in this one. The Mariners have recorded 10 come from behind victories this year. A good number for them. Gives you an idea of the bullpen holding games down once they're behind, and then of course the offense getting it done.
Top of the order here against Cingrani: Martin, Aoki, and Cano.
Martin has had an afternoon, put in the leadoff spot today. 3 hits, 3 for 4, and you can see what he's done on the road trip. .526 average, 3 home runs. He's walked 5 times.
Outstanding numbers. Bunt, I think that's gonna work. Phillips tried to throw it behind his back. He's been successful with that in the past. And Martin's aboard again.
Second bunt base hit for him. 4 hits, 4 for 5 in the leadoff spot. He'll get second base on the error by Phillips. I was talking to Martin on the homestand about bunting, and he really likes to take the ball with him towards first base with a left-hand pitcher on the mound, and that was perfect. See if Aoki can get a bunt down right here. Suarez and Votto both in on the grass.
Nice job by Martin to get this thing started.
Second bunt base hit for him.
And that to his power game, and nice all-around player. Covering everything gap to gap in center field.
Calling it a foul ball.
Wow. Nori with 2 sacrifices on the season.
It is not a lot of fun when you square all the way around early and you get a fastball at 92 miles an hour thrown at you. He was barely able to get his hand out of the way. Like he hit the barrel of the bat, but it was right at his left hand. Martin had that base stolen. He'll have to go back after he fouled it off. Really good jump.
Nori taking a good look at Maniacta. 1-2 count. Count stays 1-2 to Nori.
Wouldn't be surprised if he does that about a half dozen times.
We've seen it.
Yeah.
Martin at second base, his second 4-hit ball game, second career 4-hit ball game.
Mariners are 3 for 9 runners in scoring position this afternoon. Came into the game hitting .227 as a team.
Two. You were saying.
Well, he has to do it 4 more times. He can really go to work on a pitcher's pitch count.
And we've seen that the days when he leads off and Smitty's batting second.
There you go. He gets the job done.
Yes, he does. Phillips just got him. Good hustle down the line. He gets him out of boys from moving the runner over. Good out, productive out. Are you the ultimate Northwest fan in the state of Oregon? Then Root Sports is looking for you throughout the month of May. Submit a photo and story on our website at rootsports.com/ultimate-fan, and you can win a VIP trip for 2 to Seattle in September. Personalized jersey and more. It's presented by Country Financial. For official rules, visit rootsports.com. And everybody coming down to give a little depth to Nori Aoki for moving that runner over.
Hey, Dave, Robinson Cano gets to hit with a runner in scoring position.
I'm liking it. We're getting used to it.
Already 2 RBIs in the game. He has 39 on the year.
It's another day at the office. Keep it coming.
That's right. Infield in for the Reds. Cano had a sacrifice fly in the 5th inning to pick up one of the RBIs.
One and two. Seth Smith, 9th in pitches seen this season. Aoki's 41st. I thought for sure he would be minimum top 20.
Yeah, I would have guessed that too. Surprising.
One, two to Robbie. Struck him out. Ooh, that's a big K with Tony Cingrani.
Set up away, fastball up and in. 93 miles an hour.
Two down for Cruz.
I'll put him on. Kyle Seager waiting on deck.
Well, if the competition committee has its way, you just hold up 4 fingers in a situation like this next year at this time. Like how Scott Service was telling a story. I said, has it happened to you? He said, yeah, I'm 35 years old, out in the minor leagues, 2nd and 3rd. We want to put the guy on, hold out my hand for the glove for the intentional walk. The guy throws it way inside, dive for it, can't get it. A walk-off, wild pitch, game over, see you later. Nice knowing you.
It's definitely happened. We've seen it happen at this level. Kyle 1 for 4 today. Picked up an RBI. Kyle with 26 RBIs on the year.
Think the Players Association will go for that?
I think it depends on how they present it.
With a smile.
Well, do us a favor right here and we'll do one for you.
You want sugar on that?
Yeah.
There's Seeker.
Well, they're going to go at him with the strike zone.
Oh, that I tell you what, that's going to be a tongue war there, boy. They want to tighten up, shrink that zone. Pitch by Sombrani.
Starting with the slider.
How do you think that rule will fly? Changing the strike zone.
Well, I think probably half the guys will like it and the other half won't. How about that? The hitters are going to love it and the pitchers not so much.
Runner goes. They give Cruz the bag. Indifference on the advancement by Cruz. The pitchers who make a living with sinkers and working down in the zone. Scribber. Suarez throws him out. We'll talk more about that when we come back. Bottom 9. Mariners protecting a 1-run lead here. 3 outs away from a sweep in Cincinnati and coming home 5-1 on this roadie. With Steve Cishek taking the mound here against the bottom 3rd of the order of the Cincinnati Reds. Mariners lead at 5-4 here at Great American Ballpark.
11 saves on the year for Steve. 2.95 ERA, 25 strikeouts, 7 walks, and 21 1/3. Opponents hitting 190. His fastball will be 91 to 93 miles an hour. Has the big slider, an occasional changeup to the left-hander. And he will typically work on the outside corner to the hitters.
Duvall, the hitter, 1 for 3, hit a big home run. Left center field, 457 feet worth. It was back in the 4th.
Good slider right off the outside corner, gets him to chase it. Another one.
That is a brutal pitch for a right-hand hitter.
Well, no reason to throw him a strike right now. See if he'll chase another one.
0-2. And he does. One down.
And smart pitching. First slider just off the plate, a little bit more with the second, and then this one well off the plate away and gets him to chase it.
Quick first out. A's come to town. They're just starting against the Yankees as we speak. What's next? CenturyLink brings it to us. Rich Hill and Taijuan Walker, Kendall Graveman and Nathan Karns, Sonny Gray on the DL today. Sashi Iwakuma, based on post-game comments from his start the other day in Baltimore, a lot more fastballs from Taijuan Walker. Didn't have a lot of faith in it the other day.
And I think he'll pitch in. That's what we were expecting to see.
I think it was that night or the night before or after in Strasburg. He'd gone through a similar thing last year. He came in and went against the Mets and just pounded fastballs.
7-0.
Yeah. 2-0 here.
Oh, pretty good pitch.
3-0 to Ramon Cabrera. 2 for 3 today. Cishek, third man out of the Mariners pen.
Barnhart, switch hitter, waiting on deck. He will hit in the pitcher spot.
Three and 1. Make it 3-2. There's Tucker. 3-2 pitch. Here we go, 3-2. Playable for Norrie, sunglasses on. 2 outs. We'll bring up Tucker Barnhart. Caught in last night's game, went 0 for 3.
0 for 2 as a pinch hitter. Mariners looks like they're going to put the shift on O'Malley, heading towards the right side of the infield.
Two outs and nobody on here in the ninth. One-oh pitch.
Steve has a good fastball today at 93 miles an hour.
To Cruz, and that's your ball game. And boys and girls, that was a big boy road trip. 5-1 for the Mariners. They sweep here in Cincinnati, take the road record to 18-7, the best in the major leagues, and overall 26-17, and another come from behind victory, Mr. Blowers.
And you can see 9 home runs on the trips, averaging 6 runs a game. What I really like about it is they go into Baltimore, a very good team. They're really tough to beat in their home.